Hello students. This is a popular book, Engineering Mechanics by McGraw-Hill, by S. Timosenko, D.H. Young, J.V. Rao and Sukumar Patil. It's a very popular book for engineering mechanics for engineering students of all branches, particularly in the first year of their engineering. Timosenko is a professor of emeritus engineering mechanics at Stanford University, USA. Young is also a professor of engineering mechanics at Stanford. Rao is the director of JVR JE Academy. Okay, and Sukumar Patil is a former assistant professor. This book has very good important problems. During the course of my videos, I will solve all the problems and will explain you word by word. So I'm beginning today. All the best. So problem set 2.1 is very simple. This will not be asked in your engineering to the engineering students. Might be asked while you are preparing for your All India Entrance Examination for admission to different IITs, NITs and IIITs. But not of course for engineering students in first year. Okay, still let us solve the problem. What it is, a man the weight of a man, W is equal to 712 Newton. Here is the man. His weight is vertically downward because earth is pulling him down. Weight is nothing but your M into G. 712. He holds one end of a rope. This is a rope which is passing over a pulley. The pulley is of course frictionless, smooth pulley. One end of a rope that passes over a pulley vertically above his head. The rope is passing vertically above his head, and to the other end of which, this is the other end of the rope, to which is attached a weight, this weight Q, given 534 Newton. Find the force with which the man's feet press against the floor. Before I proceed, very simple. Suppose the man is not holding this rope, the same man, and this is the floor. His weight is vertically downward, so this is your action force. This is your action force. If he's not holding the rope, the action is vertically downward, 712 Newton. So according to Newton's third law, then the reaction would be also 712 Newton. But he is holding the rope. Now look, the weight of this is vertically downward. This mass is neither going down nor going up. It is in equilibrium. So the tension in the string, let it be T, is the tension in the string. So which is putting this object of weight 534 Newton in equilibrium. So your T is equal to 534 Newton. So it is the same rope. So here the tension is also the same T. So T is equal to 534 Newton. Look, while solving problems like this, the tension you should always take away from the mass, right? So now if you look at this part, T is this way, the W is downward. T is to this side and the weight W is to this side. So angle between them is equal to 180 degree. So the resultant will be one minus the other. Okay, but if you apply parallelogram law of forces, which you studied in your school days, R was equal to P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta, square root of that. So R square is equal to W square plus T square plus 2WT cos theta. For P I am substituting W, for Q I am substituting. This is the law. This was the expression for R. Here one is W, the other is T, right? So if you put cos theta, theta is 180 degree. This becomes cos 180 is minus 1. So from here your R becomes W minus T whole square, square root of that is just W minus T. So there is no need to write this actually. When two forces are in opposite direction, suppose one force is to this side as 10 Newton, another force to this side as 2 Newton, then of course the resultant is this minus this, 10 minus 2, that is 8 Newton to this side. Or if you can say, if this force is equal to 10 Newton to downward and this force is 3 Newton upward, of course the resultant is 10 minus 3, that is equal to 7 Newton downward. Means when the angle between them is 180 degree, there is no need to think of this, just subtract, and the resultant is in the direction of the greater force. Anyway, so 712 minus 534, this comes out to be 178 Newton downward. Now this is the action force. Now this is the action force. So in the absence of the string, as I explained you before, the action force should have been 712 Newton. Why it is less? Because the string is slightly string is applying a force due to tension in the upward direction. So the ground is pressed, so he is pressing the ground with a force less than this, that is equal to 178 Newton is the action force. So now the action force is 178 Newton down, 178 downward. So according to Newton's third law, the reaction will be also 178 Newton upward. So the reaction force is 178 Newton in the upward direction. Means the ground provides a force under his feet, a force equal to 178 Newton in the upward direction, right?